So the first thing you want to look at is your shoulders, right? Is one shoulder higher or is the other one lower? Right? A lot of times people can see very easily that they have an elevated shoulder, or they might even have a depressed shoulder. And you know if your shoulder is depressed, if your head tilts to one side than the other. So when you look at your body, you also have to look at your ears. Is your ears going down more to one side or to the other side? Is your head rotating at all? When you really pay attention, you'll be able to see the asymmetries. You have to look at this point right here. This is the easiest one to do. The next one that, is a little tip and trick is you have to look at your hands. So if you have a large enough mirror where you can see your hands, how is your hands facing? Are your hands facing straight ahead, meaning your thumbs, are they pointing straight ahead? Or is your hands like this? If you can see the back of your hands, at least what that tells me is your shoulders is internally rotated, right? So when your shoulders roll forward, your humerus, your arm bone, tends to follow, right? So if you can see the back of your hands, that also means your shoulders are internally rotated. And then the other thing is you can look at your space, the space in between your ribs. If you see this, that means your rib cage is shifted or you're tilting to one side. Or if the space is closer on one arm, that means you're tilting to the other side. Or your hips, are they hiked? Do you have a hip that goes up higher or another hip that goes up this way, right? This is just from the front view. The next thing you can do is you want to turn to the side, right? This is where you can see a lot. Ideally, if you draw a plumb line, your ear, your shoulder, your hip, knee, ankle, all that should be in one straight line. That means that your body is stacked. If you don't have that, or your head comes forward like that, that means you have some forward head posture. So the further your ear comes away from your shoulder, the more forward head you have, and the more neck tension you're going to feel in your neck. The other thing you look at is your shoulders. Does your shoulders round or does your back hunch? This is called kyphosis, right? Usually if people have forward head posture, they most likely also have kyphosis. You can't have one without the other. It's rare that I see someone have straight posture and their head goes like this. It doesn't work that way. If your head comes forward, your body will naturally collapse, right? Some people even start to get a dowager's hump right there at C7. A lot of Latina women, I find, especially the shorter, stubby ones, they'll have this bulge at the back of their neck when their head comes forward for that long. They start to get this dowager's hump. So all these things you can look at, and you want to start correcting as soon as possible.